Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I am going to show you how to do a Active Directory migration. So basically Active Directory migration from Windows Server 2012 R2 to Windows Server 2022 step by step. So there are multiple ways you can do the Active Directory migration, and there are multiple type of requirements also when you have to migrate your Active Directory from Windows Server 2012 or any other older operating system to newer operating system. So definitely Windows Server 2012 2022 is the latest operating system which supports which is released by Microsoft. So if you are running older operating systems in your infrastructure and your domain control is not up to date to newer operating system, then there is a multiple way you can do the migration from your Active Directory infrastructure, which include also going to be basically your DNS servers and few other services also. So migrating to newer operating system infrastructure from on the Microsoft which is running on a Microsoft, the basic feature you need to understand before migration, what are the impact which is going to be happen on your environment. So let's say if you have a really old operating system which is connected to your environment like Windows Server 2003 and all, then you need to check how you will mitigate those issues if you are running Windows Server 2012 and any other operating systems which is older than which does not support your Windows Server 2022. So how you can mitigate that. So I'll recommend go ahead and migrate everything to latest operating system and get all the latest features available within the Windows Server. So basically, if I show you, this is my lab environment. Okay, so I have basically 4 machines. So 2 are running domain controller. So these both Windows Server 2012 R2, DC01, DC02, and these both are running Active Directory and DNS services, and these both are in you can say in same site. So if you have a multiple site, the procedure for upgrading the domain controller is going to remain same. So it does not matter if you have a multiple domains or if you have a multiple site, how you can do that. The process is straightforward and same for upgrading 1 server or 10 servers. So the only difference is going to be a way or scenario how you want to execute your migration. So I have a 2 domain controller which is in labsandson.com domain, and I have 2 client machine also which is running Windows 10. So I'll show you these machines first. So I'm running this infrastructure inside my VMware workstation. So if you see, this is domain controller DNS is installed. So this is my Win2K12 DC01 which is running Windows Server 2012 R2, and IP address and other detail you can see, and this is my Windows Server 2012 R2 second machine which is again running domain controller and DNS services. So if you go here, you will see IP, you will see the operating system version and everything. And these are my 2 client machine which I have joined in the domain labsandson.com. You can see these are joining my domain. So if I show you my domain, so Active Directory site and services, so you can validate this thing, and domain and users, let me show you both. So if you can see, I have basically 1 site which is prod site. Inside prod site I have 2 domain controllers, DC01 and DC02. So this is both are replicated to each other. If you have a multiple domain or a multiple domain infrastructure, let's say if you have a child domain or tree domain and things like that, the process is going to remain same. If you have a multiple sites also, it's going to remain same. So basically you have to start from some point, right? So this is where you can start, and if you see here, I got my few machines here. So these are the computers which I have joined in my domain, Windows 10 machines. I'm going to put them in workstation. So here it is, you can see my users, user 1, user 2, and I got my 2 domain controllers here. So this is the infrastructure which I'm going to use in my lab environment to do the upgrade. So The first thing is most important is a pre-request, or you can say the planning or information gathering. So you need to make sure what things you are using with your Active Directory or LDAP and all. So make sure before you take a decision to upgrade your Active Directory infrastructure, everything is in place and you don't miss anything application which can cause an issue after post the migration. So make sure you have everything. And second thing, make sure you have a healthy backup before installing or upgrading your PDC, or you can say the main domain controller. So this is the basically a Microsoft article which explain the upgrading your domain controller to newer version of Windows. So it says pre-request support in place, like which operating system you can do the in place upgrade, it's there. So ideally you should be able to do all the upgrades. If you are running a 64-bit operating system, you can perform in place upgrade. Also you can see no new for the domain or function level has been added since this. So if you are running Windows Server 2016 function level or domain level, that is going to be your topmost basically. So you can see also rollback function level. So if you upgraded Windows Server for example, you can roll back to Windows Server 2012. And but if you have so basically if you have upgraded your function level to 2016 or function level, you basically you will not have option to go back if you upgraded to 2016. So this is how I'll give this link in my description, so you can go and refer. And this is so basically you can see only 64-bit version supported upgrades. So in place upgrade which I'm talking about. So this is main. Before you upgrade, you need to put the your domain preparation and forest preparation and all. Then you can run this. So do refer this link before you proceed for the upgrade, and do proper planning also. So this is some important command to check your AD health and infrastructure. So you can do the netdom query FSMO and all this. So I'll show you one by one everything. So to check who is your basically PDC, and also net, you can type netdom query FSMO. So it will give you information about all the 5 I think it's having some issue. Okay, it's not reflecting. Okay, so now let's put maybe some driver issue with VMware. So you can see everything is running on DC01, which is my this server only. So now I'll give you some information about the domain level. So get AD domain. So this will give you all the information about domain level role. So you can see like computer domain, computer default container is computer, and deleted object. You can see the DNS root and all the information. I recommend you to go and capture this information before you proceed for the upgrade. And also you can see PDC. You can see the who is your PDC domain controller, read master. This is giving all the domain level basically FSMO role information. So you can see here also the PDC. You can see system container, user container. You can see all the information. And also what you can see here, one thing I'll show you. Okay, these all the information as basically important. You should capture these information or get the information exported in text file. So if there is any issue, you can refer it back. So this is system container, user container and all. Okay, so now I will get the forest files report. So AD forest. So you can see forest information. So forest file role is running on Windows Server 2012 R2 forest, and you can see other information. Global catalog server is your global catalog server. new domain infrastructure. You can see partition, data, root domain, schema master. You can see who is running, which sites belongs to this server. So you can see the sites also. If you have a multiple sites, you should be able to see all the multiple sites here. So this is all. Now so in this video I'm going to talk about with the scenario 1 only. So what we are going to do here, so in scenario 1 there was 2 scenarios. So next video I'm going to give you migration to a new domain control, brand new domain control, and you can see that also. So in this video we are going to do in place OS upgrade. In place OS upgrade means we are going to run we are going to upgrade the same server with the latest operating system from Windows Server 2012 R2 to Windows Server 2022. So for that, what you need to do, first thing you need to do map the ISO. So I'm going to map the ISO for Windows Server 2022. So I'll go to my desktop, ISO repository, Microsoft, and then I have a Windows Servers 2022 and attach. Now you can see I have mounted this thing. So I just wanted to show you run the upgrade, and I'll show you what are the errors you are going to get if you don't run this thing preparation for the forest level and domain level. So let's review that also. So click next, and it's checking for update. First thing, you need to make sure you have enough space in your C drive. Basically it's required 20-25 gig of space, so you need to make sure. So also if I go here, so it's running. So Windows Server 2022 standard desktop edition, so which I'm going to do. Click next, I accept, and this is the important, you need to select key file settings and apps, and this is going to give you about the information about upgrades. So next, so it's checking for updates. So I'll show you this thing also. If you open, you have these files. In support you have AD prep, which you will use to do the preparation for AD and forest. So I'm going to run this wizard as it is, and then I'll show you what are the errors you are going to get, and then you can definitely come back here and run the preparation. So I'm going in my D drive just to show you. So CD D. So here you can see I'm in DVD drive, CD support, and then I have AD prep. Here you can see adprep.exe, and the first thing you need to run a forest wise preparation. So forest, let's wait for this to check the update, and also I also recommend run the upgrades during the upgrade of your domain control. So whatever is the latest patches and all, you will get those also. So what you have to do here, so go to CD D and then support, then AD prep. So now you need to run AD forest preparation command. So AD prep and then forest prep command, and it will do the preparation. So it's asking to press C to continue. Again, this is not reversible, so you need to make sure before running this. Now you can see it's completing the forest preparation. So the command executed successfully. now if you go here on the top, you will see this. The current schema version was 69, now it's updated to 88. So this is good. Now you need to do the forest domain prep. So hit enter. Now ADPP successfully updated the domain wise information. So this is good. Now if I go click refresh, we are ready to do the in place upgrade. So just click on install. So now this is the normal upgrade process. So it will take some time. Maybe it's going to take 10 to 15 minutes depending on your compute configuration of your server. So I'll wait for this upgrade to finish and then we'll continue from there. So during the reboot, it will reboot your system multiple times. So just wait and watch everything going smooth. In case you find any error, then you need to investigate why you are getting error. So as of now, I'm getting installation perfectly fine. So I'll resume video once again once the installation is done. So now you can see the OS upgrade is almost done. It's applying computer settings. So now you can see we got a login screen. So I'm going to log in with my password. So boom, here you are. So the upgrade is completed successfully. Now if you go and see, the operating system is upgraded to Windows Server 2022. And now if you want to run testnet down query FSMO, you can run those commands to check everything good or not. So you can see everything running on this DC itself, which is Windows Server 2022 now, and before it was 2012. So next video I'll show you how to rename this domain controller. So in case after upgrade you have a requirement to rename your domain controller, and again it's a tedious job but in older operating system, but now these days it's a straightforward with Windows Server. So I'll show you those also. So now just you can go ahead and verify everything is working fine. You can go and launch the DNS manager to check and verify the DNS is good. You can see all the records are there, DNS is working fine. And then definitely you can start these services manually just to make sure everything green, and open that directory management, user and group, and now go and verify your DC01, and you can see the now operating system is upgraded to Windows Server 2022. So this is good. Everything looks good here. So now I'm going to close this, and if you want to verify site and services also, so post upgrade you make sure everything, you validated everything, and I recommend you to wait for some time, few days before touching any other domain controller. So in case you have any problem in your infrastructure, you will get to know soon. So let the domain controller run for at least 1 week. Your main domain controller, which is a PDC, having PDC and all, post upgrade, and then if everything goes well, then in the second upcoming week or basically coming weekend, you can migrate your the domain controllers. Maybe you can take 2 and 3 or 1, whatever, depends on your infrastructure, how big your infrastructure is. So in this video we have gone through this in place upgrade, and next video I'm going to show you migrate AD and DNS to new server. Basically we will migrate the domain controller. We will promote a new DC in infrastructure and demote the old one. So this is how we are going to do. So in this video this is all. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this video, you can always post me on comments, or you can post me on my email ID. I'll try my best to help you guys. Thank you once again. Bye bye.